I would like another, please. Could I get another? The same. No, no. Could I please keep the glasses? You know, I find it very helpful to have something to look at. You know, they're a visual ad. I mean, you know, look at a bunch of glasses kind of lined up like little soldiers or something. A firing squad, and that has impact, you know. Thank you, appreciate it. You're very kind. You know, these are really the biggest drinks I've ever seen in my entire life. They're huge. How can you afford that? How much do they cost? $10 or something? Oh, yes, that's very reasonable, yes. Yeah, thank you. You don't speak, huh? Everything's responded to non-verbally. Hey, I respect it. It's a choice, you know. I think it's very effective. I can already feel this transference thing going on. I mean, you know, most therapy, psychology, psychiatry, whatever the human brain, I think that's a crap. But this transference shit just cuts a little bit too close to the bones, if you know what I mean. I mean, I am already... How long have I been talking to you here for? 2 minutes or something? And then I'm already projecting all sorts of nasty and horrible thoughts onto you. Hey, I can't help it, alright? It's just happening. It's like a force of nature. It's like rain or something, you know? It just happens. Yeah. Except, I think that's a crock too, you know? First of all, transference is like the worst name for anything. It sounds like cash register or something, and I just don't know what it means. And second of all, I mean, my main point is, you are completely, I mean, you're like a wall. There's nothing there. Why wouldn't I think that you are projecting all sorts of horrible thoughts about me, huh? Why either you're nice or you're not nice. Either you're generous or you're not generous. If you are generous, then you smile, or you let your little face crinkle up with sympathy, or you shake or nod your head or something. But if you are not generous, then you just sit there with no expression, because you want the other person to feel like shit. But you don't want to take responsibility for doing that. But I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I'm just saying that those fucking therapists never tell you about that part. I have never been to therapy, you know. I just think about it a lot, you know. It just seems like such a great idea. You go to somebody and you talk about your problems, and your life is like solved, you know. It just, you know, charms me to death. But it just seems to me that if it really, really worked that way, that the world wouldn't quite be such a huge mess. So I figure there's a little bit of a scam going on here, you know. But I respect people who do. I mean, you know, I think it shows a lot of... I think it's a very, very hopeful thing to do. It's like believing in God, or falling in love, or going into therapy. It's all the same sort of thing. Could I get another, please? No, I'm not done yet. There's still a considerable amount in it. Do I have to finish this one before you give me another one? Is this sort of a bartender's rule or something? I didn't think so. You know, I mean, you see that on television all the time. One guy lining up the drinks and knock them back one after another, you know. And not that I'm not saying that I'm going to do that. I just want to see how it looks like. And I bet it looks kind of nice. We got one with the ice melted in. We got one full of ice. We got one half full of scotch. We got one full of scotch. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Look how nice. Oh, my God. Look at this. They look like little children or something. And now they look like soldiers. Oh. Oh. I don't know if this is the right point in time to ask you this question. But I'm gonna ask you anyways. Do you think I have a drinking problem? Hey! Don't answer that. You were about to really let loose, huh? You were about to really let me have it. But you know what? It is very important if somebody asks you a delicate question like this to be sure of your facts, alright? And that's the problem with the world today. Everybody's got an opinion, but they don't have the facts, alright? They only think they do. So, okay, there is a fact. I'm sitting here and getting wasted for no good reason, and that's just not great, alright? But I never do this. I mean, hardly ever. But I do drink every day. I mean, not every day, but almost every day. Not a whole lot, you know, like a glass of wine before bed, or a gin and tonic before dinner. And once in a while at a party, I get really trashed, and I wake up at 5 in the morning, and I feel horrible, and I hate myself. But I don't think I have a drinking problem, all right? I don't. I saw this thing on television about Richard Burton, and this guy had a drinking problem. I mean, he drank like 3 bottles of vodka a day. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, you gotta wake up in the morning and start drinking in the showers or something. I mean, I don't do that. I don't. But I like the way it makes me feel, and that bothers me a little bit because, you know, there's something inside of me that just tells me that life should just be enough, you know. You should just be happy to just be able to live a happy life without this. But I gotta be frank, life just isn't enough, and I'm very tense. Oh my God. I'm gonna wake up at 5 in the morning and it'll be really, really horrible. Oh well. I feel pretty good now. Oh my God. I mean, I hate that. It's like, you know, it's like you have to pay for every fucking little second of peace you scrouge for yourself, you know. I mean, who made up that rule? It's like one piece of chocolate cake costs like a week of calisthenics or something. And, you know, it's not like that for everybody. I see guys shopping down chocolate cakes as if their life fucking depended on it. And then when I gain a couple of pounds, they look at me like I killed a puppy or something, you know. If a woman gains a couple of pounds, it's like a moral offense against the universe, you know. And you get tired of it. You get tired. And then when you start to fight back and you say, hey, I'm just going to have a piece of chocolate cake, all right? I'm going to have 4 scotches because it makes me feel better, all right? So fuck you. So fucking hell breaks loose, and you wake up at 5 in the morning and you wish you were dead. And it's not your fault, and it's not my fault, all right? You know, it's like that what? Chinese water torture. You know that one drop is not going to drive you out of your fucking mind, but you know that drop number 8,712 isn't so funny, all right? That's all I'm saying, all right? That's all I'm saying. Ah. See, now you're listening. Now I can see you're a real person. You don't have to speak. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. This is all I ever wanted. This is all I ever wanted. This is all I ever wanted.